Fish by Henri Matisse, painted in 1912 in France. It's an oil on canvas. The context for this is that Matisse, like all the other post-impressionists, it seems, was influenced by Gauguin. Remember this piece, who are we, what are we here for, and where are we going? All of this flat, bright color was inspiring for Matisse. And then Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, the wild, bright colors, thickly applied, were another inspiration for Matisse, who was a part of the same post-impressionist movement. So context for this, in addition to the colors from Gauguin and Van Gogh, were that Matisse went on a trip to Morocco. Morocco is just across the Mediterranean Sea from France. And in Morocco, he was inspired by goldfish that he saw people just staring at. It was commonplace to have goldfish in a bowl and to just meditate looking at the goldfish. Think about the Japanese big koi fish that you would see in a Japanese garden. We have them in the Japanese garden at Manitou Park. They are facilitators of meditation. They help us to exercise mindfulness. And so Matisse captured that in these paintings here, Arab Coffee House and Zora on the Terrace in 1912. And then he brought that back to France, and he included with that subject matter the form that he was growing into. And this form comprises complementary colors. And you can see on this color wheel that Matisse was using that a complementary color is a color that is opposite on the color wheel. So he was using blues and orange, yellows and violets, and greens and reds. So you can see that happening in this very vivid painting with quite a few complementary colors, that when they're next to one another, that they really make each other seem brighter. Now, it can be jarring, but it can also be inspiring. Here's another example of that. Very inspiring, I think. Jarring, but inspiring. So we see that here, these orange and greens. Here's some pink and green. Pretty cool. Blue handrail near the orange fish. So also in terms of form, Matisse was famous for flattening out the space. You can see this. This is a Red Table is the name of this piece, and the figure here is setting a table, but holy cats, I mean, it's like the Marode altarpiece. Remember the Tic Tac Baby Jesus piece where Virgin Mary is like almost parkouring down the chair? The same is happening here. And in our goldfish piece, you can see that the table is very askew. The handrail is like at an awkward angle. The legs of the table seem disproportionate for the table. And it's like the goldfish bowl should be just sliding off the table. So this is a flattening of the space. I want to point out that the fish can be seen from two different angles with this flattening. You can see the fish right here almost like head on, but then you get to see the top of the goldfish bowl at the same time. Now, that doesn't happen in real life. So this is a real distortion that we have going on. And then in terms of content, it's complex, it's confusing, but at the same time, it all works. He's kind of balanced out the color up here, the pink and the green with the pink and the green down here, the balance of the blue at each other corner, and somehow the goldfish just strike us, yet it works well. It is allegedly, suggestive of meditation. I don't find it very meditating, but maybe you do. And It was painted when he was in his conservatory. A conservatory is a glassed in room where plants are allowed to grow, where light really shines. And so that might be emblematic of this very clear goldfish bowl. Is he representing his conservatory there? And then finally, function. Matisse, when it got down to it over time, his defining trait was color, color that is bold and that really rejected just the the normal color. It's completely crazy color. So here's a portrait of Madame Matisse, his wife, and woman with a hat. Wild, wild colors. That's Fauvism. Notice also, I didn't point this out in form, but you can see it here. Just his brush strokes are not licked clean either. And that's the Impressionist, post-Impressionist movement. Brush strokes are not perfect. And with this wild color, he was named the originator of the Fauve movement, which is interpreted as wild beasts. Although I don't think Madame Matisse is a wild beast, she definitely has bold color and flatness of appearance in this. So 131, Goldfish by Henry Matisse, 1912, oil on canvas, Fauvism, post-impressionism, wild colors.